to the ESS BIZTOOLS Accountants Minute podcast. I hope you have had a great week and that you're well underway in this new calendar year on your business. Our most recent Accountants Minute was titled Services You Offer Affect Your Talent. Talent attraction and retention is a big issue for accountants and bookkeepers, as it is for many other types of businesses around Australia at present. In the article, we reminded you that 9 months ago, CommBank produced Accounting Market Pulse, in which they commented that the biggest issue that was facing accountants related to talent attraction and retention. Is that how you saw it? Was that the biggest problem in your firm? If so, how have you gone about trying to fix it? What we have tried to do in various editions of Accountants Minute since the Accounting Market Pulse report was released in May last year is analyse various experts' comments on what is happening in the marketplace. We've had Jordan Lowry, Managing Director of Blackstone Business Services, talking about changes that are occurring in the workforce on a general basis. And we've had Andrew Geddes, one of the joint founders of the Financial Management Research Centre at the University of New England, and for 10 years the chair of Green Cross Limited, a company which started as a very small business in Townsville 35 years ago. One veterinary surgeon, one nurse, small premises, that grew to be an Australian-wide veterinary surgery organisation with a network of pet food barns around Australia and achieved the rating of being a top 200 ASX company. So Andrew definitely knows a lot about how accountants are trained and developed, and also has now had this tremendous experience in a public company environment. Admittedly, with the main focus being on the veterinary surgery industry, another professional group, but also in a very competitive and hectic retail environment, running pet food barns all over Australia. There's a lot of accounting management required to keep a group like that going strong on its feet. Therefore, I think we all should take some notice of Andrew's comments about the accounting industry's skills shortage and retention of talent. Andrew believes there's plenty of young accountants in the system. The reason accounting firms have a problem is he believes not enough attention has been given to the work environment in 2023, not 1980, but 2023. How are people asked to work? The emphasis that many firms still have, apparently, is that the new graduates are there to learn tax returns. And I know that's very important. I did the same thing in my firm. I had the young graduates doing tax work. But we always did business advisory services in the accounting firm that I was part of. And therefore, we tried to make sure that every graduate had an introduction to business advisory services. What we did was we started running courses on business advisory services long before it became fashionable. And whilst I did the first 6 months of presentations, I then started saying to the younger accountants in my team, I want you to start getting ready so you can deliver some of these presentations. Now, they weren't very happy about it, but I wanted to train them to have the confidence to deliver. So we started them with first talking in staff training. I said to them, read this article that we've written and included in our system. And these are the articles that are now in ESS BIZTOOLS product packages. And I want you to be able to make a presentation, but not stand up and just read out what's in the notes. The attendees can read that later because we used to give them the articles that we were talking about. But talk to them. Try and make it relevant. Try and bring in their names. Try to find out who's there, what businesses they're involved in, and try to bring out some stories. Or try to bring out some of the knowledge you've already obtained from working with clients. Perhaps not naming the clients, but making it relevant so that the attendees will understand what you're talking about. And we built that firm up as being a business advisory firm long before its time. Andrew Geddes is suggesting a variation to that, a significant variation. He's saying that if you want to retain talent and attract talent, You need to be making sure the younger accountants who might be straight out of university or may have completed their TY training but still need a lot of mentoring on how to go about communicating with clients. And we know clients come in all different shades, don't they? Some can be aggressive, some can be smarties, some can be critical, others can be great people. And your younger accountants need to become familiar with all these different traits as to what the client's likely to react. Geddes' real suggestion is that the partner or senior manager, when you're going to a client's premises for a review, or in fact for anything, take the younger accountants with you, one or two, but give them a job. When I was a bit younger and working with banks very regularly to try to raise money for clients and get loans, it wasn't as easy. Some years ago, we didn't have early stage innovation company ability to raise money. We didn't have crowdsourced funding, equity raising. We had to go and talk to banks to try to raise loan funds. And there used to be real bank managers in those days. And many of them had real authority. They had lending limits. They could basically make their minds up on lending. It's all changed now, of course. But in that era, whenever you went to see a bank manager, there was always at least one other banking person in the room. And that was a younger banking officer. Now, some of those young banking officers I now know are very senior executives in various banks or have gone into their own business as financial advisors or loan procurers. But they used to sit at the corner of the desk and take the notes of what was discussed. Go outside and either type them up themselves or prepare a file, and the secretary would type them up, and they'd develop the action plan out of the meeting so that the person conducting the meeting, the banker, concentrated solely on the dialogue with their client. Someone else was recording the notes. Andrew Geddes is suggesting that you should be doing this with your younger accounting team members to give them some familiarity with how clients react, some of the matters that is discussed, some of the other issues that can be brought up, some of the client's requests for further information. And this will give them a better overview of what it's all about, rather than just sitting at a desk 7.5, 8.5 hours a day preparing tax returns. Let them see some of the real issues. Hopefully they can walk around the client's premises and see how it all clicks together. They might observe some issues of internal control that needs to be reviewed. They might see some quality control issues that can be discussed later. But they'll have a greater understanding and a feel of what goes on in that business if they've actually been there and seen it. I suggest you think about that. The other important matter is to help your talent, your younger accountants and even accountants who are older, including partners, to develop your knowledge and skill base on a wider area than just straight accounting and income tax. Because the SME businesses, I think, are asking their accountants these days to really offer this Chief Financial Officer service that we have been promoting for at least the last 12 months. And what does a Chief Financial Officer do in a public company? I was one in a listed public company, and I know I did a lot of things that were not day-to-day accounting. Probably because there was really no one else to go to. We had a sales manager, a marketing manager, we were in the meat industry, a livestock director, byproducts managers, production managers, quality control, chief engineer. We had all those people. But I was also the company secretary and virtual and chief financial officer. Your client needs someone to perform that role for them as well. So you will get questions about matters that are not straight accounting. And this is where you can benefit by broadening your commercial skills and knowledge. Knowing more about how marketing works, social media works, stock control systems, handling the concept of raising money through share issues with your clients, advising them on a research and development project, but also on things like referrals. How do you keep the wheel of the business flowing with new referrals all the time? There's a whole range of issues. So I was very happy when I had a discussion with a person I've known for over 20 years, Trevor Marchant, who said to me that he'd developed the Boss Factor Library for Accountants. This was his project, together with his wife, Eve Dallas, during the COVID lockdowns, he's told me. So they spent 2 years rehashing a lot of their old material, bringing out in a great new format. And when I had a look at it, I thought this is a great set of complementary articles to the ESS BIZTOOLS product packages. And that's why we've taken on the marketing and distribution of the Boss Factor Library for Accountants, because I think it's very important for accounting and bookkeeping firms to have these resources available that you can use in staff training to develop the skills knowledge of your entire accounting team, including partners. And I know that because I've been reading these articles. I haven't read the 75 of them yet, but I'm underway. Every night I try to read an article. And I'm learning a lot of things that I really didn't know. And I would challenge you all to start reading the 75 articles. And it will be 100 by the end of the year, Trevor Marchant assures me. And if you introduce these together with the ESS BIZTOOLS product packages into your staff training and have individual team members nominated to be the presenter on a various subject, I think you will find that your team reacts like a football team does when the coach is motivating them, because they'll have different information. You can discuss it and decide how you can implement those strategies or something similar into the services that your firm provides. This is the era that I think you need to really be concentrating on this whole area of talent, attraction and retention. It's no use just sitting back complaining that you train someone and they leave, or you can't get applicants. There's plenty of people out there, as Andrew Geddes says. A lot of them have decided they don't really like the idea of working in accounting firms. If they're sitting there, got to achieve 80% productivity on tax returns all year. Give them some variety. I think you should go out and find some new clients if you haven't got enough clients that want you to do business advisory work. And there's plenty of people out there looking for it. If you need any further information, please contact me. Our telephone number is 1800 232 088, or you can send me an email, peter@essbiztools.com.au. And obviously, I do invite you to go on and look at our article in this edition of Accountant's Minute. It's on our website, and you go onto our website, in the top section you will see Accountant's Minutes, and it's the one I'm referring to today is number 346, and you can go back and read the previous 345 if you wish. We will talk to you again. Thank you.